Alright guys, it's Josh here at Heatherslade Farm, and this is our second lambing episode. This is where I was standing last week, complaining about the mud. Now it has gone extremely bad. Literally, there's a stream where I'm standing. This is not good at all for the lambs, because it's just horrible, like, you can't walk in it. And yeah, I think I cursed the weather last week because I said spring was coming on. 30 minutes after we videoed that episode, we had snow. It was snowing all this week, and there's snow forecasted tonight. This is one of the lambs that we're bottle feeding at the moment. For those of you that wonder what we feed them, it isn't real like milk, cow's milk. It's a Folac instant lamb lac solution, which is a powder which you just mix with water and you feed it through the bottle like you showed in the last episode. He's been fed twice already today and he'll need feeding later tonight. So yeah. This little lad, he was born 2 nights ago with bad legs. His 2 back legs aren't straight, so he's finding it hard to walk, so I'll keep you updated on his progress. We also call him Forrest, after Forrest Gump. These lambs have all been born in around the last 3 days, apart from the ones that are not well or need feeding from the bottle. A question that I didn't think of answering last week was how long is a ewe in lamb for? Well, a ewe would be in lamb for around 5 months. That's just the average one. So, yeah. At the moment we have 50 lambs. They've doubled since last week, and we still have around 60 ewes left to lamb.
There's Forrest.
There's Forrest again. And yeah. All the lambs that are in here, they're in for heat because although they get more nutrients, the ewes will get more nutrients from the grass. It's just too risky with the weather, because if these poor lambs get damp, it's amazing how quickly they could get seriously ill or die. So they're all in here for warmth. As you can see, there's another few inside here. There's just a few of our lambs cuddling in together for the warmth in the new hay. These ones are, it's amazing how friendly lambs are when you get up to them close. Because if you aren't close to them, as they grow up, they won't come to you and they're shy. So that's how you see pet lambs always running over to you. Another thing is, how do we know if the ewe's been visited by the lamb? We don't do this on our farm, but a way is if you put a belt, effectively, not a belt that you'd wear around your waist, but a sheep belt around the ram, and when he mounts, there's dye on the belt, and when he mounts the ewe, it will rub off on the ewe and there will be dye on her back, so that's how you know if you've been visited.
There's lamb just bundling into me there.
Another thing is, how do we know if the ewe isn't lamb? Well, just like humans, their body will change, and when they get closer to lambing, their udders will start to fill up with milk. With our rams, how we stop them from fighting, as you know, they'll fight for dominance for the ewes. You put them in a small pen and they can effectively shadow box and for a week or so, and then they'll become friends and they won't fight. But if you left them out in the field, there is the danger that they will run at each other and they will headbutt and one will be killed. So that's how we sort that out. Yeah. While we were filming this episode, Owen and I noticed that one of our lambs was stuck between the crush and our shed. For those of you that don't know what a crush is, it's basically where you run sheep through if you're going to inject them or so on. It's just so they're enclosed and they don't run off or hit you or anything. Anyway, I'm just going to finish off this episode and explain what happened with this lamb. Anyway, we thought the best thing obviously was to get him out, so I lifted up the crush and Owen quickly took out the lamb. The next thing is to get heat to him, so we got some straw from the shed and we put it in a bag and we put the lamb just sitting inside it, his head still sticking out, so that's the warmest way we could do it. And Owen's dad Liam came down and he said we should bring the lamb up to the farmhouse and get some heat into him and some milk. So we did that, and I carried him up and Owen and Liam ran up to the house and Owen made him milk, heated up the milk in the microwave for him, and I went up to Owen's house with Liam to get him into the fire to keep him warm. And when Owen got up, the lamb sadly passed away. This unfortunately happens sometimes on the farm, and you just have to deal with it in lambing season. You have your ups and your downs, and there'll be snowing and it will be raining and it'll be sunny hopefully, but apparently here there's no sun. It's supposed to be spring. But anyway, I'm sorry I had to end this way on this episode. On the brighter side, I'd like to just say on my Facebook page, I'll be happy if you want to ask me any questions, I'll answer them. And I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching.